Part 2.
Holland, who is Laguna Pueblo and the first Native American cabinet secretary. Her grandparents...
Hold on a second.
Announced today by Deb Holland, who is Laguna Pueblo and the first Native American cabinet secretary. Her grandparents were forced to attend the schools.
I am here because my ancestors persevered, and the work we will do with the Federal Indian Boarding School Initiative will have a transformational impact on the generations who follow.
The report found the U.S. operated or supported 408 boarding schools in 37 states from 1819 to 1969, the highest concentration in Oklahoma, Arizona, and New Mexico. There was rampant physical, sexual, and emotional abuse, disease, malnourishment, overcrowding, and a lack of health care. Children who broke the rules were disciplined with corporal punishment, such as solitary confinement, flogging, withholding food, whipping, slapping, and cuffing. The investigation has already determined hundreds of children died, but that number is expected to exponentially rise as more schools are studied. At least 53 burial sites have been found, some marked, some unmarked.
Our children deserve to be brought home.
You gotta admit that it happened.
Last year, I met Fred Kiogma, who was sent to Holy Childhood of Jesus boarding school in Harbor Springs, Michigan. The memories still haunt him, getting locked in a freezing closet, once forced to eat another child's vomit. How have you been able to heal?
I don't know if I've been able to heal.
Holy Childhood never responded to NBC News' multiple requests for comment.
I think it's actually way overdue.
Today, Fred told me the report is a good first step.
It now can put to rest a lot of the people that came up missing, that went to school and never came home.
But there's been no formal apology from the U.S. government. The investigation will continue, trying to piece together the total number of students who attended the schools and identifying the remains found at burial sites. Tonight, many questions remain unanswered. Antonia Hilton, NBC News.
I don't know the channel who shared the information, and I don't understand some of the other things that in the white lettering that's being said. So I'm hoping that you saw the video, which I'm trying to share, not the stuff outside the video. Because that doesn't have context for me, but it does resonate as part of Indigenous Lives Matter, which is the hashtag on the bottom. And I'm under the impression that support for ICWA is still open, and some of the arguments are still being heard for ICWA to uphold. As you can tell, it's I've tried to share with you what the land grab is about and the lengths that they are willing to go and what we have endured thus far. And this is only like after they've ruined our buildings and took our orchards and lands and removed us from our fishing sites and hunting grounds. And so we lived through schools, and after our land was up for grabs and money for scalps, and everybody the westward expansion under the gold rush, and there is so much more, guys. There's so much more, and it is my heart hope that ICWA is upheld, so my two children will not relive this. And I am 42 and have been in foster care and have had similar treatment. I hope. And my children are now being whitewashed and assimilated and alienated from me. So this is a continuing perpetual cycle. Upholding ICWA is a key to foothold linchpin to stop, because we're either fighting every day for water that you guys drink too, for trees that you guys also need, that we all need to breathe. I'm not trying to speak divisionally, but I think the whole reaction is divisionally. And my proof is everything that I've shown to why Child Indian Welfare Act absolutely needs to be upheld. and what we have endured because we have divisionally experienced this, and how we still divisionally, for the most part, fight for water, food, housing, medical care, not to come up missing and murdered, not to have our children preyed on or our women preyed on. It's a whole shit show. I can't, like, I've been really quiet about this for a very long time. And if I don't speak out now, when? Like, I have things to go do today. I love you. Remember, let your sparkle shine. Even if you're putting light on some bad stuff, that light is going to start a lot of good things, like healing and change. Because if you've been, the people who decide to live in a divisional society, who are not inclusive as every human is part of one human race, they are not understanding that when they wipe all of the black and whites out, the horrible systemic hatred then will be internalized, and thus it is already beginning to show that it is in fact internalized because of the child molestation and abuses are rampant, not as to this extreme, but in the non brown and black communities as well. So, writing's on the wall. We as a collective human race, we need to change. And this is just my personal life experience. Love you, thank you, bye.